Vocation literally means a calling, something that you're called upon to do. And I look at that and I take some responsibility in that. Those are what I'd like to make some space to share. If I were to describe myself, I would say I'm a creative person. And that's why I renamed my blog CJ Creating. I feel it's like an action. I'm constantly creating and I wanted to have a platform to be able to share that and express what I've been doing over all these years. For art, I love doing photography, video, anything creative. In terms of my adventure, loving to travel, collaborate with other artists, and of course advocacy. What I've been doing in terms of my day job and most of my studies has really been around social justice and focusing on equity matters and improving community capacity building. Right now, I'm living in Toronto. I was born and raised here. In fact, my mom is a sixth-generation Black Canadian coming from Nova Scotia. So knowing that on my mom's side of the family, there have been Black people in Canada from 1783. And so that history is something that was important for me in terms of talking about Black identity in my city over here and documenting that from the time when I was an undergrad in U of T and working with community groups. That's where I really got my feet wet when it comes to media arts and photography, documenting and telling our stories because there's underrepresentation across the board. That's something that was important to me. My dad is from St. Kitts in the beautiful Caribbean, and that's also a part of identity and culture that's very important. And so home may be here in Toronto, but I call the world a playground. I've been doing photography for so many years. In 2004 is when I started my first business. I called it Practice Unlimited. Anything that I could learn, I was doing that service for community members. I was learning website design, graphic design I was trying to teach myself, CD duplication, all of these different things. And I landed on photography because it was something that I found was more efficient in terms of my workflow. It allowed me to explore creative boundaries, to work and collaborate with other artists. So in 2007, when I finally acquired my first digital camera, at a garage sale in Atlanta, came back to Toronto and I started TO Portfolio. So that was my first photography company in 2007. 2012, I remixed it and it became CJ Cromwell Photography because I wanted to put my signature on it. And then during 2020, when some more shifts were happening, I decided to call it KIROS Images.